In the heart of Igbo land, where the sun bathed the earth in golden hues and the forests whispered ancient secrets, lay the village of Amuaka. It was a place of storytellers, farmers, and artisans where tradition wove itself into everyday life. Among the villagers was Obinna, a young boy with a restless spirit. He was eager to prove himself, to earn his own money, but he had yet to discover where his true strength lay. One evening, as he sat outside their thatched hut watching the sun dip behind the hills, his grandmother, Neoma, a woman with wisdom as deep as the roots of the great Irako tree, called him inside. "Obinna, my son, you have been restless these past days. What troubles your heart?" "Neoma, I want to earn my own money. I see other boys working, some help their fathers in the fields, others carve wood or weave baskets. But what can I do?" Neoma smiled, her face marked with the lines of many seasons. She reached behind her and brought out an old, cracked calabash. "Take this, my son. Go to the market and sell it." Obinna stared at the calabash in disbelief. It was old, worn, and had a small crack along its side. "Neoma, who would buy such a thing? This calabash is useless." Neoma chuckled and patted his shoulder. "Everything has value, Obinna. You just have to see it with the right eyes." Though skeptical, Obinna obeyed. At the bustling Amuaka market, Obinna stood by a corner holding up the calabash. "Fine calabash for sale. Strong and useful." People walked past him, uninterested. Some even laughed. "Young boy, who will buy an old calabash when there are new ones all around? Even my chickens would not drink from that." Laughter erupts around him. Disheartened, Obinna returned home. "I told you, Neoma. No one wants it." Neoma smiled again, unfazed. "Then, my son, you must make it valuable." That night, Neoma told him about uli painting, the ancient Igbo tradition of decorating objects with sacred symbols. In the old days, our people did not see just a calabash, they saw a canvas. The hands of the artist can turn dust into gold. Obinna's eyes lit up with inspiration. The next morning, he collected natural dyes, red from camwood, black from charcoal, white from river stones, and carefully painted intricate uli designs on the calabash. Swirls of wisdom, marks of prosperity, and patterns of storytelling transformed the old calabash into something magical. The new Yam festival had arrived, bringing chiefs, elders, and traders from neighboring villages. Obinna, determined, carried his now decorated calabash into the festival grounds. A murmur spread through the crowd as people noticed the artwork. "Look at this calabash. It carries the spirit of our ancestors. Who made this?" The Ease King of Amuaka, dressed in regal attire with coral beads adorning his neck, approached and examined the calabash. "Who created this?" Obinna stepped forward, his heart pounding. "I did, my king." The Ease turned to his attendants. "This is no ordinary calabash. It is a story, a heritage. I will buy it for 5 bags of cowries." A gasp spread through the crowd. The same traders who had laughed at him in the market now looked at him with admiration. Back at home, Obinna placed the cowries in his grandmother's hands. "Neoma, I have sold the calabash." Neoma's eyes glistened with pride. "And what have you learned, my son?" Obinna thought for a moment before replying. "That value is not in what something is, but in what we make of it. Just like this calabash, we can shape our own worth." Neoma smiled. "Ah, my son, you have learned well. You, too, are like the calabash, ordinary until you discover your true purpose." Obinna continued creating uli-painted calabashes, becoming known as an artist and storyteller. His gift was no longer just about money, it was about transforming the ordinary into something extraordinary. Value is created, not given. Just like the old calabash became valuable through creativity, people must develop their skills and talents to increase their worth. Believe in your potential. Obinna initially doubted himself, but once he trusted in his ability to transform the calabash, he succeeded. Self-belief is the foundation of success. Creativity turns the ordinary into extraordinary. With the right mindset and effort, anything, even something seemingly worthless, can become valuable. Perseverance leads to success. Obinna faced rejection at the market but didn't give up. Instead, he found a new way to make his calabash desirable. Wisdom comes from experience and guidance. Neoma's teachings helped Obinna see the world differently. Learning from elders and mentors is key to growth. And so, remember, just as the calabash found its worth, so too can you discover yours.